Welcome to Better Love and Sex with Devi Ward, exploring ways for you to awaken, heal, and transform your relationships in and out of the bedroom. Are you looking for practical tools to create more connection, passion, and pleasure in your life? Get some right now with your host, Devi Ward.
Good evening. Welcome to Better Love and Sex. I am Devi Ward, and I want to thank you for joining us once again for another juicy conversation about improving our love, improving our sex, and improving our lives on every level. So I want to take the time by opening every show by answering a question. So this evening's question comes in from a lovely gentleman who asks, how long does it take for a man to heal from a lifetime of chronic ejaculation? Also, I have heard that when men stop doing so, they get new attention from the ladies. Is there a link between attracting and repelling based on how much essence one stores up? So thank you so much for that question. It's a great question, and I get that one from men a lot. So to answer your question, how long does it take for a man to heal from a lifetime of chronic ejaculation? That depends on so many factors that there's not one cut and dry answer. That's going to depend upon your state of health and well-being once you start practicing semen retention, retaining your semen. It depends on how often you practice. So once you begin practicing semen retention, your homework from Devi or Jacques or hopefully any Tantra master is to masturbate, is to self-pleasure frequently. Because according to the Taoists, Taoist medicine and Tibetan medicine, the quickest way to recover from a lifetime of excessive ejaculation is lots of frequent sexual stimulation with no ejaculation. So that's going to repair you really quickly. It's going to repair you much more quickly than if you just went dormant sexually. That actually isn't healing you. You're just going dormant. You're going to atrophy. So we want you, I encourage you, self-pleasure. Pleasure yourself, pleasure your partner, have lots of sex, just retain your semen and master the art of master the art of orgasming without ejaculating. Don't need to master the art of ejaculating. Most men have done that already. So we want you to master the art of orgasming without ejaculating. And as far as is there a link between attracting and repelling based on how much essence one stores up? I would say absolutely attracting. I wouldn't call it repelling. Again, I would say that when men are depleted, it's a depletion. It's a lack of charge. It's a lack of chi. So as you begin retaining your sexual energy and your sexual chi, it builds. It's powerful. It's called Jing. It's like this magical, juicy, yummy essence of life. And you start to build that. And then it just kind of exudes through your very pores. So absolutely, women are attracted. They're like bees to honey to a sexually juicy, empowered, fulfilling man. And also, a part something that plays a part in this is also your confidence as a man. When you as a man can retain your semen, when you have utter and complete choice over ejaculation, when you are multi-orgasmic and you're having 10 orgasms or more while you're making love with your partner, that does a hell of a lot for your self-confidence and the way you move in life. And women, we're attracted to confidence. I mean, by and large, we are attracted to a confident, powerful man. So there is, I would say, kind of like the magical recipe for capturing and cultivating your powerful male essence is absolutely learning how to separate orgasm from ejaculation, retaining your semen, and becoming a powerful multi-orgasmic man. So this evening, we have the beautiful and glorious Miss Tiffany Janay of Organic Blood, and she is here to school us all about Yoni Eggs, Jade Eggs, and Vaginal Kung Fu. Tiffany Janay is the co-owner of Organic Blood, Yoni Eggs, along with her husband, Malik Zaki. She is an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and a holistic health advocate. She has extensive knowledge in semi-precious stones, creative marketing approaches, business branding, and distribution. She is a force to be reckoned with. As a pioneer in the Yoni wellness movement, Organic Blood aims to unify all women to join in the goddess movement. So thank you so much for joining us here this evening, Miss Tiffany.
Yay, thank you. That was such a good opening. I learned so much.
Oh, awesome. We aim to please.
You did it. You did it.
Good. Good. So I work with Yoni balls. I use Jade Benoit balls, and I've worked with Yoni eggs, and I get lots of questions from women about the different styles of eggs, the different types of eggs. So could you school us a bit on what are Yoni eggs, and why, in your opinion, should every woman be using them?
So Yoni eggs are semi-precious stones that are shaped into an egg shape. And semi-precious stones, let's start there, they are actual real living beings from the earth. They have real energetic vibrations. They're dug up from deep underneath the earth, and each one of them has their own personality or their own essence about them. So, for instance, if we're dealing with, say, a rose quartz, we know that that one radiates feminine energy, and it's all about helping people to forgive the mistakes of themselves and others. So the person basically would go through, they read through the different descriptions, and they see what resonates with them, and they decide, like, okay, here's where I'm at today. I realize that I need to embark on a healing journey. I'm looking to connect more with my womb because a lot of my clients have fibroids or have had some sort of sexual trauma or just never developed a relationship with that womb space. And as they get older, they start to desire that. They know how important that is because that is our power as women for creation, and just what makes us goddesses is that womb space. And if we don't have a relationship with that and we're not communicating back and forth with her, that starts to show up in different areas of our life. So that's why I think it's really important for women to be involved in this practice, because what happens with the Yoni eggs is women get this as a tool, but it really opens up their desire to want to do more things for them. But the Yoni eggs in itself is a great tool, but it's part of a complete picture. So this is how they start seeking out the work of someone, say, like you, or they want to start eating more healthy. They want to build altars so that they can spend more time with themselves. They're doing yoga. So it's really opening up this beautiful practice and dedication to their self and their womb space.
So it's more than just Kegel exercises.
To me, yeah. So different people have different approaches to it. For me, I was raised with my precious stones, so I really have always known about the energetic properties of them. My mom has had them in my life my entire life. It's something that since I was a baby, crystal quartz has always been not too far away from me. So this is just a transition, with the Yoni eggs into a new part of my life for me as being part of a womanhood. So I know about the energy, and I'm really into the energetic flow of things and blockages. And I feel like when you choose a particular semi-precious stone to work with, it serves as a tool and as a reminder of what you're looking to shift in your life. And also it has real power. So people, just by bringing that into their life, they start to notice these things that open up, where they're able to have that conversation with someone that they weren't able to have, or, anything, speak about something, or actually go out and have the courage to do something that they didn't do. So I'm really into the energetic practice. Other people approach it from a Kegel perspective, and you can definitely do that with this stone too. But I'm really into the energy.
Mm-hmm. So doing the physical practices combined with the semi-precious stones makes it an actual like energy medicine is what we're talking about.
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. And why the egg shape? Why is it important for it to be an egg as opposed to a square or a ball or whatever? Mm-hmm. What's significant about egg?
Well, I haven't been around as long as Yoni eggs have been around, so I'm just coming into the practice within the last few years. But this is an ancient practice. I learned about this from China. They've always worked with, back then it was called Jade eggs. So they've always, participated in this. But for me, what I've observed is the egg is really easy to insert into the body. The body takes that in really well, and it's able to fit into that womb space very comfortably. Also, the egg is symbolic for fertility and giving birth to a new life.
Very beautiful. And you had mentioned before briefly that some of the people that you work with, the women that you work with, have fibroid tumors and stuff like that. So have you found that doing yoni egg work actually helps with physical illnesses and physical ailments that are genitally or reproductively related?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a medical tool. I couldn't advise on that. But I have a group where I have about 1,400 women that are all directly my clients. And I learned the majority of all my knowledge from them. And they teach me about what they're going through and their experiences and how they're actually taking this tool on into their life. And for a lot of them, it's helped shifting things. Like I had a client who's been a long-term client, and she's been using Yoni Eggs, and she's been dealing with fibroids. And she wasn't able to, in her opinion, heal them naturally, so she chose to have a surgery. But it was a surgery that idea to even do that is something that was part of her being part of this practice, and that's what brought her relief. So it's not directly saying like you put this egg in and it's going to take away all your medical all your medical problems, but it does help bring clarity in certain situations for maybe you to have another idea or approach it from a different perspective, or to do what you need to do to heal those energetic blockages that are happening. So that's what I've witnessed.
Yeah, I hear that. Thank you. So it helps us as women connect more deeply with our womb and with our vagina and with our whole genital reproductive system. And my research in doing yoni eggs or yoni ball exercises is, according to the ancient Chinese, the Taoists, they said that it's essential for a woman's sexual reproductive health, and that it actually can prevent the formation of things like tumors and cysts and that sort of thing. So that's what them ancient Chinese folks had to say about it. Pretty fabulous stuff.
It is. I agree.
So you work with a variety of different stones. Could you tell me more about that? Because I'm familiar with jade and rose quartz. Those are pretty traditional. But what are the benefits of using a larger variety of stones?
Well, we do a lot with different jaspers and obsidians and quartz. That's pretty much where our focus is at. Those are ones that we've researched that we feel are safe for internal use, and they're very powerful. So, for instance, we'll say like a snowflake obsidian. It's known for supporting recovery after sudden trauma. It fuses a unity of opposites and balances personality. And then we go to something like a green aventurine, which strengthens computer skills. It's the stone of opportunity and luck, and it promotes fertility. So each one of the different stones has something different that it's offering. So jade is, it's like an ancient stone. It has I think that one's a lot with prosperity. We don't deal with jade, but with rose quartz, that one is about love and learning how to find unconditional love. So everything, it just gives them more options to kind of tackle what it is that they're dealing with. And I have a lot of women who own every single egg from my collection, and they use them they switch them out every day. So if one of them is going in for a job interview, they're going to put in something like the red chakra. That's going to give them, red jasper. That's going to give them the courage and pretty much embody that fire inside of them so that they can speak and claim that position that they want. Whereas if they're going on a date or they have a sensual meeting with their mate that night, they want to go something with more soft and sensual like a rose quartz. So it just gives variety for them to switch it up with whatever they're going through in their life.
Okay, so what you're saying is super interesting. So the women that you know, they put the egg in for like the day and they wear it for the whole day, and it's kind of like
Absolutely.
Vagina jewelry.
Yeah, exactly. Some people have had them in. I think my longest client had hers in for 22 days.
Wow.
Straight. Yeah.
Wow, and that doesn't cause any issues. Like, so one of the experiences I've had is having they come out during bowel movements and that sort of thing. Like you go poop and you have balls or eggs in your toilet.
Yeah, some people definitely experience that. And if anybody's listening and your yoni egg comes out in the toilet, it will flush, because many people think that the stone is so heavy that if they flush the toilet to get rid of the waste in there first, that the egg will stay behind. And that's not true. Your egg will flush down the toilet. So some of them, in my belief, from my practice and from what I've learned from my clients and experiencing myself, sometimes the egg comes in and it'll stay in only for a little bit of time and it'll pop right out. Other times that egg comes in, and again, we're dealing with an energetic being. So sometimes it'll come in and there is no way to really get it out. And they will try and try and try, but you can't get that egg out. And so what I've learned is that the women are being taught how to trust and how to basically not want to control everything. And it's a huge lesson that a lot of women go through to learn that. And so there's a lot of revelation that comes up during that time, and it's like the stone is doing deep work on them. And as soon as that is done, the egg will just pop right out. And sometimes that could take 20 days, and sometimes that could take an hour. Sometimes women will put in one particular stone, and then that one will be in for a long amount of time, and then they'll do one, the same exact size, but a different property, mostly rose quartz. She's a really tricky stone to work with, and so that one won't stay in at all. So they have to align with that energy and tune into the message that stone is bringing to them and align with that in order to get the desired results that they're looking for. So it's a whole relationship that they build with these Yoni eggs.
Wow, yeah, so that's such a deep approach to doing this work. So it's not just this thing you're putting in your vagina and you're going to do your Kegels and then you're going to take it out and go for a jog. You're actually cultivating a relationship with the consciousness of the stone and inviting it to teach you, to show you, give you messages.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, that's really beautiful.
It is. It's a very interesting journey. It is very beautiful.
So how did you make the transition from having crystals in your home to putting crystals in your vagina? That's a good question, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. A few years ago, when I became a wife, I started seeking out information about about feminine energy and about women's health, and just to make sure that I was putting myself in the position to be the wife that I desired to be, I started gaining tools. And my teacher at the time was Kenya K. Stevens, a Juju mama, and she taught me about Yoni eggs. So I went to go seek them out and find them, and there wasn't very much available on the marketplace at the time. There wasn't any e-commerce site that was actually offering the Yoni eggs. And when I started to talk about them, there was a mass amount of women who were contacting me and was asking me, please offer this, because there's nowhere else that I have to really go to get this from a trusted source, or, in a way that I order it and it comes to me in a quick amount of time. So I just started providing from there, and we're really big on customer service and making sure that we develop a relationship with our clients. And so from there, it just spread like wildfire. And we've in that short amount of time, we've accelerated to the number one position of anybody in this industry. And it's really just based strictly on what our clients say about us. This isn't any marketing techniques or any SEO optimization that we're utilizing. This is directly from referrals from our clients, and they just love what it is that we're providing from them. And we're just growing with them and wanting to offer them a more better experience around this Yoni egg journey.
Beautiful. So along with the actual product, it sounds like you offer instruction.
Yeah, we do. We give some instruction on how to use it, but the best instruction that we give is access to our private group, where, again, there's 1,400 women in there who are constantly conversing about this practice. So we put our clients directly in touch with our clients, and they're able to communicate directly with them and learn together. So it's a sisterhood that we have around these Yoni eggs.
Really beautiful. So it's a community you're creating of women that are in tune with their sexuality and turned on and cultivating it consciously.
Yeah, and women who are looking to expand on that journey. So we have all different women at different levels, from very advanced to women who are just wanting to bloom their flowers. So, it's a beautiful space.
Beautiful. So some practical things. So you mentioned some benefits of using Yoni eggs. Could you expand upon that? What have you seen in your own life and then with your clients? What are some of the concrete, tangible benefits of doing Yoni egg practice?
Well, at the top of my head, one of the things that, because I've been running through some testimonies lately and gathering some testimonies from my clients, and the number one thing that has come up is, first of all, the sisterhood that they've come across. A lot of women have had a lot of trouble with a lot of women in their life, and connecting with women on a deeper level, like at some point it turns catty, and the women turn on each other. And so what they're experiencing from our group is a real bond where they're able to come in and speak with vulnerability about what's really happening in their life, both health-wise, sex-wise, financially, and they're embraced, and they're given real practical tools to be able to apply that to their life. So I would say that that's definitely one of my favorite things, because I love being able to facilitate a space for women to connect with women on that level, to know that we are worthy of trusting each other, and we are worthy of believing in each other and supporting each other without having to fight each other. The other thing is that I've heard back a lot is that women's sex lives are improving. So through this, it's allowing them to have conversations with their mate that they previously have been shy or apprehensive to do. And now they're able to open their mouths up and to speak about things and to speak their desires and speak what feels good to them and what doesn't feel good to them and other directions that they want to take that into. There's also been a lot of women who have reported back to me that the extreme tightness that has come from using the Yoni eggs and how that has increased the pleasure in their life and just how they feel about themselves, being more confident to know that they had sex with their mate and they reported back how tight they felt and how good of an experience that is. That makes a woman feel really good about herself because she knows that she actually cultivated that. And, you know, she previously wasn't experiencing that or lost it somewhere along the way, and she was able to get that back and then and add on top of that. And a lot of people, prosperity has opened up. You know, when you start to flow your energy in your relationship and how you feel about yourself, that right there is the key to opening up prosperity in your life. So many women have been manifesting different streams of income or creating jobs that they want or starting businesses that are flourishing from them. So it's just been a very beautiful thing overall. A lot of unexpected things from using a vaginal tool, but that goes to show how powerful our wombs are.
Yes, amen to that. Amen to that. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to find out more about the nuts and bolts of caring for your Yoni egg once you have them, and then find out more about how you can embark on a Yoni egg journey for yourself. So we will be right back.
You spend hundreds of dollars on maintaining your health and wellness. However, your sexual satisfaction is an area you may often overlook. Don't you think it's about time you invested in your sex life too? If you crave deep intimacy, passion, and mind-blowing orgasms, get the tools you need to take you there. Register for your free video introduction at AuthenticTantra.com right now and make an investment in your pleasure. After all, isn't your sex life worth it? Are you frustrated and unsatisfied with your orgasms? Do you struggle with getting out of your head and into your body during sex? Would you like to know more about your G-spot, female ejaculation, and the 11 different orgasms for women? Get the secret recipe for sexual satisfaction and start experiencing the pleasure and orgasms you crave. Visit DavyWardTantra.com and register for your free female orgasm guide and uncover the top 3 blocks preventing you from having the orgasms you desire.
Welcome back to Better Love and Sex. I am Davy Ward here with the very fabulous and wonderful Miss Tiffany Janay, founder of Organic Blood Yoni Eggs, and she has given us the down low on all things Yoni, all things Yoni egg related. So Tiffany, a question I get often from women and men is what are the best methods for washing and cleaning and disinfecting your Yoni egg?
Yeah, that's a good question. So there's 2 different types of cleansing you're going to want to do with these. There's an energetic cleanse, and then there's a sanitary cleanse. So energetically, you can do that several ways. You can put and when I say energetic, what I mean is that you are dealing with a living being. So it's just like if you have a friend, and every time you see that friend, all you're doing is giving them your problem. That becomes heavy energy for them to absorb. And so that person is going to have to do something to ground themselves and to get that energy off of them in order for them to replenish their own life force energy. So the Yoni eggs as semi-precious stones, they work the same exact way. They're absorbing a lot from you, and they're dealing with a lot from you, so they could use some rejuvenation. And the best way that I've always been taught by my mother to do is to put them outside in the full moon. That's a direct relationship that they have with that energetic field, and that's how they replenish and recharge. You can also put them in salt water. You can bury them in the earth for a day or so that they can just reconnect with their source, which is nature, and rebuild themselves up so that they're in a better position to help you keep digging up these things that you're looking to get off of yourself. Okay, so then we go into hygienically cleaning it. So I have a very close relationship with Dr. Bronner's soap. They are family of mine. I've been working with them for close to 10 years, and I believe in their product wholeheartedly. And so their cast iron soap has proven to be something that works really good with the Yoni egg, and it helps with disinfecting it. So I have cleaning instructions that come with our orders. It's also on our website, yonieggs.com. But you can, as soon as you get your stone, you can choose to put them in hot water if you'd like, and just let it sit to kind of absorb some of the start to disinfect that way. But I always recommend that before and after every use, you use Dr. Bronner's soap.
Mm-hmm. I love Dr. Bronner's soap as well. So as far as you also recommend that for disinfecting as well?
Yes.
Now, what about if the egg is drilled? So I use Benwell balls that have little tiny holes in them, and so that's always the issue, is how do you get the disinfectant to go in those little holes? Do you have any suggestions for that?
I'm not sure. I don't deal with drilled Yoni eggs, but I would just think that maybe you can put some soap around it and then run the water through there, or soaking it in hot water, maybe with a few drops of Dr. Bronner's in there. That would be beneficial.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. So you are rebranding the Yoni egg, the whole industry. Not just your website, but the whole industry. Tell us about that.
Everybody's so excited.
Pardon?
So and everybody's so excited.
Well, we should be.
Yes. So what we're doing, we've seen a huge, like I said from the beginning, when we came into this industry, there wasn't even another company that had an e-commerce website providing this awesome tool. So we trailblazed in that area, and now we're looking to take it to the next level. We take this very seriously. Our work that we're doing with the Yoni is very serious to me. This isn't a sideline hobby that I'm doing. This is my focus. And dealing with women and helping them, providing space for them to facilitate their own healing is what I feel like God made me to do. And so I'm really just following my spirit to do that. So what our company has done is we've invested pretty much all of our profit that we've made from our company, we've invested it back into this rebranding. And we're going to be the first company to have real actual packaging for the eggs. And it's packaging that's so professional and so beautiful that it can sit on the shelf stores of any mainstream market, which it will be very shortly. And we want to bring this to more women. We want to make this accessible. We want women to be comfortable when they buy the product, that they're actually buying a real legit product and something that, because this is very serious. You're putting this in your womb space. So let's get serious about that. We want it to look like this is something that you can share an intimate space with. So we've redone everything, and we are getting a new website. We've created our own social media site where we'll be transitioning our group to, because what I want to do with the women is awaken their inner wild woman. And in order for them to awaken their inner wild woman, they need to feel safe wherever they're at. And Facebook has kind of limited us in that way. It's been a great and awesome tool, and it's got us this far, but we want to take our journey a little bit further than that. So we created the social media site where it's going to streamline the ability for them to get access because what happens now is the women, some women have been in my group for 3 years. Some of them are just joining today. So there's a lot of conversations that have already been happening in that group. And for the new woman who's coming in, she doesn't know. So she wants to know, what is your experience with the red jasper, because that's just what she ordered. And so the women are very kind, and they'll keep telling their stories, and some people will share new stories, and that's awesome. But we want to have it more streamlined where someone can just go onto the site and say, I want to learn about this red jasper, and I want to see the experiences that these other women have had. And with a click of a button, she can go there, and all that information is just documented for her there, and she can add on to that forum. And she can also enjoy groups and create her own groups and expand on different topics that's just not directly Yoni Egg related, but it is part of this journey. So that's what we're doing, and we're very, very excited about that, and excited to spread this out to more women. We have a lot of international clients currently, but we want to take it further because despite how many women we are reaching, which we have serviced thousands of women over our time, there's thousands and thousands more who can really benefit from this tool. So we're going to be very serious about this and make sure that this is available to them in a very easy, seamless way.
Beautiful. And I would imagine that, as you're talking, these Yoni egg practices, I'm sure would be incredible for women recovering from genital mutilation and female circumcision in other countries. I mean, it's just got to be phenomenal for them to do this work, but also to have the kind of support that you're offering.
Definitely. I'm excited to see who we're going to reach next, because the women who I've already been dealing with, they rock my world, and they really have taught me so much, and it's been a very moving experience to be so intimately involved with these women on something that they're doing, and it makes me proud for them, because it's not easy for you to get up the strength and say, I'm going to change some patterns, and I'm going to do something different for my life, and instead of just planning, I'm actually going to execute something. So it's something that's like very divine to be a part of, and I'm just moved by the work that we've already been able to do, and I'm looking forward to see like who else we can reach with this.
Wow. And really powerful, really profound. So when is this launch? When is this new Yoni Egg branding launching?
Well, we're having a big party to celebrate this Sunday in Atlanta. And I invited some of my best superhero friends out to come and party with us and to help just have a day of honor and recognition for the divine feminine. Supernova Slam, who is the firstborn son of Queen Akua, will be coming, and he's an amazing performer. And you should check out his CD. He just put out the CD. I know you'll love it. It's all dedicated to like the divine feminine. It talks a lot about Tantra and like just very, very high level type of knowledge, and it's beautiful. So when I heard his CD, I was like, he absolutely has to be a part of this, because I feel like he made this whole entire CD for this movement that we're all a part of. So I have to support that back. So he's going to be coming and performing some songs. We also have Tiara Christine, who is has a huge movement online, and she shows women through this beautiful sculpted body that she's created how to move it and how to use sensual dance and movement and to just really free yourself and love your body. So she'll be coming and performing, and we have a bunch of other things. But the other thing I wanted to say is that we are opening up ourselves to doing wholesale, an affiliate program, and also we're going to teach people how to host sister gatherings in their area so that they can bring their circle of women together into their home or into a safe space and just do woman things, but then also to talk about these Yoni eggs. So we're creating more jobs for people. This year, our company has been able to employ 4 people, which is huge for us, because just 5 years ago, my husband and I were homeless, living off of food stamps. So this transition has been amazing for us to be able to support other families, and we want to bring that more. We want to support more people, because so many people are passionate about Yoni eggs, but they don't necessarily, there's not a system that's created for them to jump into the business and start offering it to their people. And I've benefited from a lot of referrals coming my way, but I want to give back now. And I want to provide a seamless system for those women to be able to offer this to their own network and actually make an income off of that.
Wow. So let's just pause there. I just want to give a shout out to you about like the power of Yoni Egg and manifesting. So you're saying 5 years ago you were homeless, and now you're building your own freaking social media network. Now that is some Yoni power.
It is. I work my Yoni power every single day, and every new moon I'm having a ceremony, and I'm using sexual manifestation. I have an amazing connection with my husband. Like, I'm using my tools. You know, I get out there and I find them and I'm using them, because it's not a joke. You know, like, I came here to do something, and it's up to me to actually go and claim on those things.
Beautiful. So tell me about the sexual manifestation. What does that mean?
Well, sexual manifestation, the way my husband and I do it, in short, is having an intention before we go into having sex. And so what is it that we want to use this energy for and dedicate that to? And then while we're having sex, we visualize what it is that we're creating. And when we use our words to speak and speak out in pleasure, we speak out to talk about our goals and what we want to create: perfect health, an opening of this energetic blockage, creating this home or this stream of income, whatever it is, we keep that on our minds. And then at the height of an orgasm, it's like really just speak it out and just like feel that, embody that energy and feel it. Like, I feel so good about completing that goal and attracting that into my life. So we're just using that very powerful sexual energy for creation.
Yeah, with conscious intention. That's so beautiful. I know there's a lot of talk about sex magic in the Tantra community, and what you're describing, that's exactly it. It's holding intention, using sexual energy with conscious intention and mindfulness and clarity and purpose and direction. So that's so beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too.
So tell me about this Facebook group that you have, this community of 1,400 women who are all supporting each other in their Yoni egg practice. How would one go about joining this community?
You would have to just contact me on Facebook and send me a message, and I'll add you in. The beautiful thing about this group is that it's not searchable on Facebook. It's a secret group, so you only know about it if you know about it. And every person that is added into the group has to come with referral from a member that's already in the group. So, and I've hand added every single one of those women into the group. So we're looking for, this isn't a space where, we just want a bunch of dead profiles in there. We want women actually active and participating and, using this as a tool for their growth. But soon, again, like I said, soon in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be transitioning away from that space, from a place where we can grow with more focused intention. The 1,400 women is great, but in all honesty, not all 1,400 of those women are active. And I'm looking for the women who actually are active, who really want to implement more tools into their life and who are doing the work and want to move as a unit within this. So we're going to be doing a lot more on our own social media site to facilitate that growth to happen.
What I love most about what you're sharing, aside from your amazing wisdom and knowledge, is the sense of community, that this isn't just about selling a product and it's not just about a practice that people do, that you're building a community. You're using this Yoni egg and this sexual education pretty much to build community, to build connection, to build harmony between people. It's just really admirable and really beautiful.
Thank you. And that right there is the heart of it all. And you guys will have to stay tuned until after the launch, but we're implementing something into our new packaging that is going to help build more community for women in their local areas. It's something that's going to go out with every single package that is going to help them identify one another where they're at so that they can link up and start building community, because it's very important. And I've seen my own life shift from having these very powerful women around me when previously that wasn't my experience. And so I want women to experience that. Again, I want them to shift out of the mentality of another female is not meant to be trusted or she's someone to attack. And the only way that can happen is if someone steps forward and leads that by example. And so I'm taking that mission on, and it's not always easy, and sometimes I'm attacked in the process, but it's okay. I'm down for the cause, and I'm constantly sending love to my sisters wherever they're at, and I want to see them do well, and I want to see them join together, because as an individual woman, we're already powerful, but when we link up with other women who are powerful like us, man, we can change this world, and we already are. This world is a manifestation of our creation because we give birth to life, and so when we heal our wounds and we heal our mentality, man, what we have lying ahead of us is incredible, and I want to do my part to facilitate that.
Beautiful. And so I would imagine all this woman love and all this yoni love is absolutely going to translate to their partners, whether their partners are male or female. Have you heard that? Yeah,
for sure. It's one of the things that I say often is you heal the woman, you heal the community. because women, we control everything. I don't know who doesn't want to admit that, but we really do. We have the power, and men have the strength. But, you know, everybody, one day I was at a store, and there was this little boy and this little girl, and the little boy was following the little girl every single where that she went. And he looks at me, and he's like, I just want to be wherever she's at. And he's like, would not let this girl get more than 1 inch away from him. And I was like, that's so reflective. Like, even as men grow older, that's still the same thing. I mean, you see people walking down the street. There's always the woman in front and the man following behind, because do you notice that? Like, I don't know if that's.
I always thought they were looking at my ass. That was
whatever.
It.
They have a good reason to be back there. You know, for whatever their reason is, there's a plethora of reasons for them to be walking behind that woman. But that just goes to show that we're the leaders, we're the first teachers, and so it's important. The men's work is very important too. But once the woman is clear about what direction she's taking her family in, the men are going to jump on board regardless. Because if they really love that woman and they really want to grow with that woman, if she's leading them to greener pasture, they're going to go, and they're going to figure out how to build a beautiful house when they get there.
That's so inspiring and so powerful and just so resonates. So much charge behind those words, positive charge and positive energy from all those Yoni eggs and Yoni exercises.
I have like 1,000 Yoni eggs in my house, so this energy is just pumping through here on a consistent basis.
That is awesome. Well, you are absolutely phenomenal and such an inspiration and so inspiring. How do women stay connected with you and be part of this amazing community that you're building?
The best way to find me is yonieggs.com, and from there you can get all the links to find me everywhere else, but that is my home, yonieggs.com.
Beautiful. So yonieggs.com. And your launch party, is that an in-person live thing? Are you going to be streaming that, or how's that working?
It's an in-person live thing here in Atlanta. It's a free event, and we're holding it at the Sweet Spot, which is another powerful company that we've teamed up with. They have a beautiful V-Steam boutique here, and so the event is a free event, and it's going to be light refreshments and music and entertainment, and also they'll be able to learn about the new opportunities that are here and see our new products and such. But afterwards, we're having a VIP experience where there's a handful of women who are coming, and we're going to go through Yoni steam ceremonies with each other and bond with each other on a deeper level. So all of that. And then after that, once all that's done, we'll put up the pertinent information. The highlights from the event will go on our website, such as our affiliate program, our wholesale program, and a party hostess program. All of that will be available immediately following our event.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Well, thank you, Tiffany. Any parting words of wisdom for our audience?
Yeah, I'm so thankful for your work. I hear a lot about what you do and how you've helped to shift women's lives. So I'm very thankful, and I've been looking forward to this interview for a long time, and I'm happy to be connected with you and to see what we're able to create beyond this. So let's just keep bringing these women orgasms and love.
Amen, sister, and get those yonis exercising.
Yes.
Wonderful. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody listening this evening. If you have any questions about anything that you've heard here, I invite you to send them to the beautiful Tiffany Janay at, what is your website again? Organic Blood or Yoni Egg?
Yonieggs.com.
Yonieggs.com. I keep wanting to say Organic Blood. Yonieggs.com. Go ahead and send them to Tiffany at yonieggs.com, or you can send me questions at daviewardtantra.com. And just the beauty that I got out of this conversation this evening is I had something totally else planned that I was going to share about wrapping up the show and being all like, radio show professional host. But I'm just so touched and moved by your sharing of your mission about building community, about women's sexual awakening. And it's just such a beautiful message. So, and I just love the invitation for all of us as women to make our practice not just about ourselves, but about our community, about our partners, about our children, about our sisters, and looking for ways to come together as women in community to strengthen each other and build each other, because women building ourselves and building each other builds our communities, and that totally is the key to having a happy, healthy, functioning planet, which we all want to live on. So
yes,
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a warrior of light, Tiffany, and thank you to all the other women out there who have courage to be listening to these shows and also to be doing these practices.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You've been listening to Better Love and Sex with Devi Ward, the show that explores ways for you to awaken, heal, and transform your relationships in and out of the bedroom. Connect with Devi directly at www.deviward.com. That's Devi, D-E-V-I, Ward, W-A-R-D.com, and BetterLoveAndSex.com. Like Better Love and Sex on Facebook and follow them on Twitter.